Hi, Wiresharker. Wiresharkers, really? Anyway, I wanted to say hi. This is the third video of the series, and we are going to talk about the difference between capture filters and display filters. Let's get into it. Let's get it done so we can move into another thing. All right, so capture filters. Capture filters use the Berkeley Packet Filtering, BPF, format, also referred to as the TCP dump format. Now, you need to remember this really important. I don't know if you remember from the second video. I am stomping my foot on the ground right now and saying you need to remember this. Capture filters use the Berkeley packet filtering. Now, what does Berkeley packet filtering? Well, it actually came from Berkeley, California, because the founders of the syntax did that view or gave a lecture in the Berkeley laboratories in California, and that's where the name came from. So all you need to know is capture filters use Berkeley packet filters. All right. Now you're wondering now what is that? What exactly is a capture filter, or what is how does it work? Now, if you look right here to the side, I have this window or an image of from Wireshark Capture options. Wireshark Capture options. All right, I'm going to show you that in a little bit in a live capture and how it works exactly. Now, in this window right here, you are going to choose the interface you need to capture from, or you can put a check mark here and you will start capturing all interfaces you have on your computer or on whatever you are trying to capture from. Now, use permissions mode on all interfaces. This is better if you have it checked. What this is now, network interfaces usually capture packets that only distance to their network address. Now, if you don't put the permissions mode, you will only capture packets at distance to their network address. So it's better to check this mark and make sure it's capturing everything going to its network address and everything that it's forwarding to a different network address that coming to that specific interface or going out of that specific interface. Capture filters, that's where we are going to put the syntax for the capture filters, and I will show you how the syntax looks like in a little bit. Again, they're used the Berkeley packet filtering format, and I will show you that in a second. Capture files, here you can choose where to save your file and what name is going to go under. All right, here this is the multiple files capture. This is very important. Now, if you're using Wireshark in your work environment and you are capturing packets, or you're analyzing network almost every day, some people does you just leave Wireshark working in the background and you for the entire day. So if you leave it one file going through capturing the entire day, you are going to have to look through thousand of packets. Now, if you choose use multiple files here, you can actually break down the captures every 100 meg. It will break it and it will start another file. Now, if the 100 meg didn't reach and within 1 hour, it will just go to another file within 1 minute or 1 hour or 2 minutes, whatever time is going to show. I'm going to show you that in a little bit, but I want to show you this in the image because I like it like this. I have more control over it. Ring buffer with what it means. Just say you want to capture 100 files or 100 packets, 100 capture files. All right. Now, when you use ring buffer, let's say you write 100 here, okay? Wireshark will, when it reach 100 files, it will go back to the first file and you will delete the first file and start capturing again and save that first file. Okay, now stop capture after, if you capture 200 files or 100 files, it will just stop capturing and that's it. All right. And we have the same thing here, stop automatic captured automatically after, say 1,000 packets or specific how many mega reach, it will stop capturing and everything. Display options right here, update list of packets in real time, which is just going to show you the packets that is being captured in real time. Automatically scroll during live capture, it will just start scrolling down while it's live capturing. hide capture dialog info, and then resolve MAC addresses. This is I always leave this checked because it will just resolve all the MAC addresses that it's going to or coming from in my network. Network layer names. So if you check this one, it will resolve the IP address if it has a DNS and name resolution on that IP address. So if it's coming from Google, and instead of putting the IP address of Google 73 dot something dot something dot something, it will put google.com, so it will resolve the IP address. This is gonna make your computer or your capturing process much slower, so I'd rather not use it because there's a way to actually right click on the IP address and resolve the name of that specific IP address you're looking at. Resolve sparkling layer name and use external network name resolvers. So what it means, if your DNS server didn't find it, you can use a different DNS server to resolve IP addresses. Okay, now this is the capture options. This is the capture window options. Now let's go back to the capture filters that like goes over here, and they're from Berkeley packet filtering format. This is important. A capture filter takes the form of a series of primitive expression connected by conjunctions and or slash or and optionally preceded by not. What this means is, this is an example for it. Let's say you want to capture TCP port 23, anything coming from TCP port 23, and not from source host 10.0.0.5. Well, if you put this syntax right here and you start capturing, the Wireshark will only capture anything coming from TCP port 23 or going to TCP port 23, but is not sourced from host 10.0.0.5. This is powerful things. I mean, this is powerful stuff. You can specify if you want to know a specific customer that you have or a specific employee that you have. You want to know what is he doing on the network. Is he slowing down your network? Is he doing anything malicious? And is he trying to do something illegal? You can actually capture filters like coming from that specific host or specific computer on a specific port, and you just, whenever it pops on Wireshark, that means he's doing that port. Like BitTorrent, you can use like BitTorrent port, and use his host source host, and you will see when is he using BitTorrent. All right, now capture filters, this is very important. I don't want to say you're gonna get it in the test, but this is very important. Okay, capture filters are not interchangeable with display filters. Now you're wondering what display filters are. We are going to talk about display filters in the next this right here is the display filters. Oh, why is it? Anyway, this is the display filters, and we are going to talk about the display filters in a second. So capture filters here, okay? Some capture filters have the same syntax of display filters, but they are not the same. So again, capture filters and display filters are not interchangeable. However, there is few syntax that are the same, like IP, ARP, DHCP4 or DHCP6. You know, they are the same syntax or the same format, but they're not the same. You don't use capture filters as a display filters, or display filter as a capture filter. Now, when you use capture filter, when you capture anything, like let's say you use this syntax right here, TCP port 23 and not source host 10.0.0.5, and you put it right here, Wireshark is only going to capture anything that related to this syntax right here. So it's not going to show you anything else going on the network, and you cannot go back and fix it unless you remove the syntax and make it capture everything. Display filters, when you capture everything on the network, you go to the display filters and you put the syntax, it will show you that specific thing. And I'm going to show you right here in Wireshark. All right, bring Wireshark in. Now capture filter options, let me bring it back. This is the thing we were looking at right here in the presentation earlier. This is just Wireshark. Okay, so we are going to choose that I want to capture traffic coming from VirtualBox. All right, now you can use multiple, you can choose 2, 3, you can choose whatever you want, but let's say I want it to be coming from those VirtualBox, two VirtualBox. Now, use permissions mode on all interfaces. I want to see coming from this network IP address to a different network IP address, if it's bypassing, if it's forwarding, or anything like that. Capture filters, if you press on it, all right, it will give you examples of capture filters you can use. Like you want Ethernet address of, you can change the Ethernet address, the MAC address. You can change the type, no broadcast and no multicast, no ARP. You only want to see anything IP related or IP address 192.168.0. Let's say I don't want let's say I only want IP only, and press OK. This is it, and if you notice, the color changed to green. That means this syntax or this format right here where it says IP, it's working. So it's only going to capture anything IP. Let's say, and now it's not, it's red. That means this capture filter syntax is not right. So let's say IP and source 192.168.2.1. Now it's turning to green. That means I want anything IP coming from source 192.168.2.1. Only capture this traffic. Don't capture anything else, okay? And then let me remove it, because I don't know if actually going to capture anything if I put that. IP, green, it changed, the syntax is working. Now, capture files, browse, that means where do I want to save it and how do I want it to be saved. I'm going to put it on the desktop and I want it to be saved under this name, 12502. I don't know, I just press numbers, okay? And then use multiple files. I want my capturing filter to do another file every 10 megs, all right? And then if the 10 megs didn't reach within 15 minutes, even if it's not 10 megs yet, go ahead and do another file. I only want to see 5 files. Let's say it will only capture 5 files, and it will stop capturing after 5 files. It's the same thing as the ring buffer. All right, stop automatically after you can do this files to right here. And we talk about this, and we press start, and then now Wireshark is going to capture. If you can see right now, it's only capturing IP related traffic. So anything coming from 192.168.56.1 going to this IP address, and it's capturing only IP traffic that we specified in the capture filter. Okay. Now I'm going to stop it. Remember, this is to start capture. This is to stop the capture. And we're looking here. We only see IP related traffic. Okay. Now this is what capture filters are. It will specify what you want to see, and you will only capture that thing you specified or the syntax you specified. It's not going to show you anything else. Okay. Now let's talk about display filters and see what do they offer you beside what actually capture filters does. Now I rather to use display filters, honestly. Let me just right here. Let's just, did we forget anything here? No, we didn't. We saw this. Remember, you need to remember this. You need to remember this. Berkeley packet filtering format are what capture filters are. All right. Now, display filters. Okay, display filters. If you look right here to the side, I have this syntax that display filters use. Okay, those are important. You need to memorize what every symbol means. You need to remember. I have it on a sticky note right now. I'm looking at it next to my computer. It's been there since ever, and I always see him. I have him in my head like my name, okay, because they're very important. Okay, so what display filters are? Display filters use Wireshark on filtering format. So this is important. Capture filters use Berkeley format. Let's go back right here. Use Berkeley packet filtering format. Display filters use Wireshark on filtering format, which is use those expressions right here. Now, There's not one display filter. There's thousands of display filters you can use using this equation and using this syntax, because there is unlimited, like literally there's I can't you cannot cover them all in a class or anything like that. So what I did, there is I'm going to include the PDF files that I made from, let me get it here. Okay, I'm going to include this PDF files that I took examples, and I took examples from the wiki wireshark.org, and I'm going to include them in with the video so you can download them and take a look at them. Now, display filters, those are examples of display filters you are going to look at. I'm going to explain to you in a second. I don't want to jump into it. You know what? Let me put it back. I didn't just show you this. You didn't see anything. Have you ever seen Men in Black? I'm doing that flash thing to forget everything. All right, you forgot what happened 10 seconds ago. Okay, display filters use Wireshark on filtering format. Wireshark use display filters for general packet filtering while viewing and for its coloring rules. Now this is important. Okay, again, the reason why, you know what, let me change the color of the pen because it's the same color as the writing. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's blue. I like it. I like blue, my favorite color. Okay, so Wireshark uses display filters for general packet filtering while viewing and for its coloring rules. What this means is, let me bring Wireshark back. Okay, Wireshark is back. And if you look, let's say, let's capture something here. Okay. You know what? Let's capture something here. Capture IP source 192.168.2.1. I think that's okay, and start capturing. All right, so now it should start capturing. Oh, hold on. I actually probably choose the wrong. Let's go back here. Capture options. Come on. Okay. Capture options. Oh, okay, I didn't choose the interface that I want. Well, I choose the IP source 192.168.2.1 and start. Come on, here you go. So right now we're capturing using that capture syntax that I put. All right, and now if you notice, there is different colors right here in the packet display pane that we talked about in the second video. Okay, if you look, there's different colors. You know, there's silver, there's gray, there's blue, there's green, and sometimes it's and there's so many others. I'm going to stop the capture, and so here, right here, this is where you put your display filters. You can actually put display filters while you are capturing. Okay, so here it's where you put the display filters, and you can actually do display filters while you are capturing live. So you're capturing and the capture is going and you have thousands of packets going on, and you put a specific display filters, let's say IP, and then when you put like when you write IP, if you look right here, it will give you examples of what you want to write or what you want to look for if you want to look for. So let's say I am looking for IP. You can do any of those, IP version 6, IPX, IPX message, or we can put IP dot, and when you put IP dot, it will give you different options. If you look, I mean, there's thousands of options you can do. So let's say I put IP dot and source. You know, now it's giving me the options of what source that I need to put. IP dot source, let's say space 192, or actually we have to put equal 192.168.2.6. Okay, now it turns green. So now if I apply this display filters, the capture is still going. So it's capturing everything else. However, it's only going to show me the anything coming from source 192.168.2.6. I press enter, and if you look right now, there is nothing because I don't have anything coming from 192.168.2.6. And if you want to know how many packets are in the background, you can use Wireshark come back. You can use this right here is how many packets going on right now. It's 163 packets and only displayed 0 because the display filter that we are using, that's what we have. This D just came out of nowhere because I trying to get my pen and I pressed shortcut on my keyboard and showed the D, so that D is not there. Okay, I'm going to stop that. I don't know, I don't want to escape. Okay, all right, let me. All right, so we stopped it, and now let's change this display filter so we can actually have some traffic showing. So let's say I want IP dot, instead of destination, I want IP dot, actually instead of source, I need destination, IP dot DST, okay, that destination, and then oh sorry, equal 192.168.2.6 and press enter, and if you can see right now, it's showing me anything coming. It's showing me that anything IP destination 192.168.2.6. Now anything displayed here right now, this is not everything that is being captured and everything that is captured. Okay, if you look right here again, packets are 313. It's changing because it's capturing right now, and it's only displayed 249 packets. It's about 77.8% of the entire capture. So if you look at it, capture filters are more flexible than I mean display filters are more flexible than capture filters because you can actually capture everything. However, you can minimize what you want, what are you looking for, but you still have everything else in the background in case you're looking for something and you find something else. Like right here, I mean, black is not good sometimes. It's a TCP retransmission, so something it tells you what it is. It tells you it's so TCP retransmission coming from something, and it gives me sequence number, acknowledgement number, and everything. Now this is something really important. Hold on, let me minimize. Let me put Wireshark away. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back here. So we say Wireshark uses display filters for general packet filtering while viewing and for its coloring rules. Okay, what this means for the coloring rules. Now we just saw what is display filters for actually the packets and when we do the packets. Now here it's all the coloring rules for, and you can actually make a color rule for yourself if you like to. Now the syntax inside the coloring rule is this syntax right here. This is a display filter, so you can actually copy this and use it as a display filter, and you is only going to show you anything bad TCP. So display filters are used for display filters, for packet display filters, and are used for coloring rules in Wireshark too. Okay, let me remove it. Let me stop the capture. Okay, and let me minimize this. Let's go back. Wireshark and T-Shark. Wireshark and T-Shark, they're T-Shark is just the command line interface for Wireshark. Share a powerful filter engine that helps remove the noise from a packet trace and lets you see only the packets that interest you. So that's what we just did and just explained. If a packet meets the requirement expressed in your filter, like what we did, IP.source, and we put what the source is, then it is displayed in the list of packets. Display filters let you compare the fields with the protocol against a specific value, compare fields against fields, and check the existence of specific fields or protocols. Okay? Display filters are not, this is important, again, just like what we did in capture filters. I wanted to put it here again to remember. Display filters are not interchangeable with capture filters, and capture filters are not interchangeable with display filters because they're different things. However, some are the same, like IP, ARP, and other stuff. Okay, so they are not interchangeable, they are not the same. Okay, now here, these equations or syntax, you need to remember them. So if we want to know, if we want to choose what is equal, what is something equal, we use to see the two equal signs. okay, in Wireshark. So for example, IP source equal anything coming from 10.0.0.5, okay? Now not equal to, you use this syntax, all right? And that is, let's say anything IP.source, anything source not equal to 10.0.0.5. It will only display things that it's not equal to this IP address. Greater than, and that's what the greater than sign is, just a regular sign. So let's say frame.length, anything the length of the frame in the packet, it's greater than 10. It will display that. Less than, and the syntax is less than, okay? And let's say frame dot length less than 128, and only display anything length less than 128. Greater than or equal to. This is another one. Greater than or equal to frame that length greater than or equal to anything in the frame of the packet greater than 0 by 100 or equal to 0 by 100. And then same here for less than or equal to frame that length, and this is the sign for it. Okay, so again, these are really important, and you need to literally memorize what equal does, what not equal does, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay, now before I end this video, I want to show you something really quick with Wireshark right here. Now, we remember in the second video we have the packet details pane right here, okay, which is all the information of layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, whatever, if it's Ethernet, if it's IP, or if it's UDP or TCP or anything like that, it's going to be showing here, right? Now everything in this details pane can actually put as a display filter. For example, I want, let's say, destination port. This is the destination port. If I press right click on this and choose apply as a filter and select it, it will automatically put this syntax in the display filters, and it will, I press enter, or you don't need to press enter, because what we did, let me show you this again because this is important too. Okay, so let's say I want to choose anything in this details pane and make it a display filter. Let's say I want to make destination port 171703 as a display filter. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say apply as a filter, and we have prepare as a filter. Now the difference between them, apply as a filter will apply it right away. Prepare as a filter, it will put it in the display filter bar. However, it's not going to apply it until you press enter. So apply as a filter and select it, and it will just put it there and apply it as a filter. If you want to say, let's say we have this filter and I want this source port to be as a filter too, I'm going to right click on it, apply as a filter, and if I put selected, it was just going to change that filter that I had there and put this new filter. But if I right click on this and go apply as a filter and select it, it will add it into the display filter bar beside the first filter. And if you look, the whole syntax changed to udp.sourceport equal 33043 and udp.destination port equal 1703. So this is a whole new syntax, and we can keep adding whatever we want. Let's say I want the checksum value to be or the length. Let's say I want to apply the length. Right click, apply as a filter. Now I can say selected, which is going to remove all the information in the display filter bar right here, or I can say not selected, which means not selected. It's going to remove it too, but it's going to change it to here where it says not. If you look, there's not. This is the equal, this is the sign, this is the syntax for the NOT. So anything not UDP length equal 342 will be displayed. And let's go back here, right click, apply as a filter, and select it. It's going to add it here, right click, apply as a filter, and I don't want to say and not selected. That means it's going to add it into to the already filters that we have. However, it's going to make it a NOT in front of it. So NOT UDP length equal 342 and UDP source port 1900. So anything not 342 in the length and coming from source port 1990 and not going to destination port 1703 is going to be displayed in here with the packets. Okay, so you see how it's a little complicated, but you don't need to remember these. You don't need to. You need to know how does it work. When do you put the NOT? When do you put and? When do you put equal, greater than, less than, and all this other syntax? You need to know how to use them. But you need to remember, you don't have to know all this information because you can literally use any of the details pane here and apply it as a filter. Like I can use it as, let's say, anything coming from this MAC address and anything, let's say, coming from this MAC address and not going to this destination address, I'm going to say and not selected. And you see, you added it, you put an and then the not and that's going to this. So now I don't have anything. It's 384 packets captured. I only displayed 00 because I don't have anything have this display filters. All right. So as you can see, it's very nice. If you have thousand of packets, you can minimize it to, you know, hundreds, maybe one. If you're very specific, it will just go to that specific IP address and that specific information that you put. So it's powerful things, powerful stuff. Great feature that makes your life easier and makes your security for your network much more manageable. So you can use it. Try it. Okay. I'm going to add all this website here. Nope, this is not the websites. There you go. And I'm going to include PDF files of all these examples of capture filters coming from wireshark.org and filters all the information about and examples of filter while capturing, display filters, and building display filters. How does display filters works? Let me put this away. You know, this is just what we just talked about. This is going to help you see. This is more that you have and, or, you have not, or, you have not, substring operators. There's so many, you cannot really, it's hard to memorize everything. I'm not memorizing everything. However, you can always use a reference for you, the important ones that I showed you, and these are going to be attached to the website. You can add them to the file, and I mean, you can look at them. And I hope you enjoyed this video because it was a little bit complicated. However, it's very important. Remember the information that I said, it's important. And remember, display filters are not capture filters. Capture filters are not display filters. They are not interchangeables, okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.